Um, Today we are doing mathematics, paper 1. Now, this question normally comes in each and every question paper in Zambia. So this one came last year under the internal exam in 2025. So we are just going direct to the question, which is asking us to find the coordinates of point A and point B. And when we say coordinates, we are talking about a pair of x, y. On B also, we are talking about what? A pair of x, what? Y. These are what we call coordinates. So now, what are we going to do for us to find the coordinates of A and B? First and foremost, we need to factorize the equation that is defining this particular what? Curve. So what are we saying? We are going to say y is equal to negative x to the power 2 plus positive what? Positive 2 of x minus what? 11. So first thing, we need to let y be equal to 0. So when we let y be equal to 0, what are we saying? We are going to get a negative sign and multiply throughout the equation which has been given. Negative times negative. This is definitely a positive what? And x to the power what? The power 2, a positive x to the power 2. The negative times positive, we are getting a negative sign. And this is 12x. Negative times negative, it is changing to a positive what? 11. Now from here we need to factorize. So to factorize is to put in brackets, but in the process of trying to factorize, we also need to find the values of what? X. So we are only going to get what? Two possible values of what? X. So now we are using the method called product, sum, and factors. So let's go. When we say product, sum, and factors, what do we mean? So product, we are saying it is positive 1 times positive 11. It is positive 1 times positive 11. The product is what? 11. Then sum are the two possible numbers. When we add them, are going to give us negative 12. But when we multiply them, we are going to get a positive what? 11. What are those two numbers? Negative 1 and negative 11. So negative 1 plus negative 11, we are getting a negative what? 12, which is our sum. Then when we multiply negative 1 times negative 11, we are going to get a positive what? 11. So by doing so, we are now going to look for what we call factors. Factors are those numbers that can give you a positive 11 and can give you a negative 12. What are those numbers? Negative 1 and negative 11. So let's go. We are now going to say this is the same as x to the power 2 e minus what? X, then minus what? 11 what? X. Because what is 12, I need to replace it by the factors. So plus what? Plus 11. So remember that we are saying this is equal to what? This is equal to 0. So now, what are we saying? From here now, we need to put in brackets. Remember, to factorize is to put in brackets. What is common here? We are going to say x is common. Then we are going to remain with x minus what? 1. Then this is a minus. Minus what is common? 11 is common. So when 11 is common, we are going to say in brackets, we remain with x minus what? 1. So now, remember that we are saying this is equal to what? 0. So from here, we are saying we can now demarcate and find two possible values of x, which x minus what? 11. X minus 11 is equal to what? 0. And we are going to say x minus 1 is equal to what? 0. So from here now, we need to say x is equal to, this negative sign will cross the what is the equal sign, and it will change from negative to positive. So the first value of x will be 11, positive 11, and the other value of x is going to be a positive what? 1. So after having the values of x, so a positive 1 supposed to be on this point A and positive 11 supposed to be on point B. So this one, what does it mean after getting the possible values of x? This simply means that we are now going to conclude by saying the coordinates of or point A, or at point A, the coordinates are point A is just near to point 0 this side. So point A, the coordinates of point A are 1, 0, and the coordinates of point B are going to be 11, 0. These are the two possible what? Coordinates. The question is actually asking you to find. So after finding the coordinates of point A and B, then we are going to find the maximum value of what? The maximum value of y. So now, this is how you need to do it. So make sure that you pause the video, you copy the question, then you try to solve. After solving, then you play the video. Know the procedures, because online lessons are very difficult if you are not concentrating and focusing on what you are trying to talk about. So So let's go to question Roman number 2, which is asking us to find the maximum value of y. Remember what you are going to do first and foremost. For you to get the coordinates, remember to factorize the equation. So how did we get rid of negative? We used a negative sign to multiply throughout the equation so that the equation can do what? Can change to be in a positive way, so that we say this is equal to what? To a 0. We factorize like this, and we are saying x is equal to 11 and x is equal to 1. When plugging in, we need to show that x, y are the coordinates, 1, 0 are the coordinates at point A, and 11, 0 are the coordinates at point B. So let's proceed to go to the next question. So the next question is asking us to find the maximum value of what? Of y. How are we going to get the maximum value of y? So finding the maximum value of y, we can use two methods. We can just say y is equal to 4a what? ac minus b squared over what? 4a. This formula can help us to find the value of y. In fact, the maximum value of what? Y. This formula. Or the other formula we can use, we can find the equation of the line of symmetry, then use the x value to plug into the equation which we are given. We can also get the maximum value of y. So using this formula, this simply means that we need to revisit our equation and we need to find the value of a. So finding the value of a, possibly we are getting a -1, the value of a, and this is the value of b, this is the value of c. So the value of b is just a +12, and the value of c is a -11. So we are going to get these numbers and plug into the formula so that we can calculate. Remember, this is mathematics paper 1. So what are we saying? We are saying the value of y, maximum values of y, it is 4 open brackets. Then the value of a is -1 times the value of c, we are saying it is -11 minus what? The value of b is what? 12. So this is going to be 12 to the power what? To the power 2 over what? 4. What is the value of a? -1. So let's go and find the solutions. Remember, 4 times -1, we are getting -4. -4 times -11, we are getting -44. -44 minus what? Okay, we are getting a positive because this is a negative and this is the negative. So we are getting a positive what? A positive 44. So then here we are saying 12 to the power 2 simply means 12 times 12. It's going to give us a what? A 144 over what? 4 times what? Times -1, we are getting a -4. So now, remember that we are looking for the maximum value of y. So what are we saying? It is 44 minus 144, which is going to give us negative what? -100. So we are getting a -100. Then we have a -4. Remember that a negative and a negative will cancel. Then how many times can 4 go into 100? This is a positive what? 25. So the maximum value of y is positive 25, and this positive 25 is found on the y-axis. It is the number which is supposed to be here, which is what? Positive what? 25. This is the maximum value. The maximum value is found on the turning point of the curve or on the TP. So the maximum value of y, we have it here. It is y is equal to positive what? 25. So the maximum value of y, according to our question, is positive 25. Just by doing it in this way, we are done. So those of us who are looking for tuitions, physical tuitions, you are most welcome if you are found in Indora. But those of us who are looking for online tuitions, there's a promotion. You can enroll for free. Then you keep learning. As we conclude with our month, you can start paying. Remember, it is 50 kwacha per subject. This is your tutor, Mr. Su.